Hi, it's Lil from Made by Marley. Welcome back to our channel. And today I'm going to be doing a dopamine designed project with our Passion Flower Decoupage paper. So I'm going to do one of these little shorts a week, and I'm starting here. I bought this for £7 in IKEA. It's the Lack table, so I'm just going to get it out here. You don't need many materials for this, or if you already have a table, even better. So I'm just going to remove its legs, set those to the side because you don't need those at the moment, and just open it up. Right. When you've got your tabletop, I've got Martin to cut me some squares of plywood. And we are going to be gluing these onto the top of the table to make a faux tile effect. So I'm just going to kind of lay them out first before I add any glue. This part doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to give an idea of a faux tile underneath before you add your decoupage paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm using a No More Nails glue, and I'm just going to glue these on. So I've weighed down each one of the plywood squares with some paint, just some heavy paint tins. Now what you need to do is cut the border of all 3 sheets of the Made by Marley paper. Now you can use any sheets you want. I'm just using Passion Flower today. So once you've cut the borders off, fold your paper in half like that and cut it so you end up with this. I've kept the 2 with the florals together, so I'll be cutting those in half, and the contrasting sheet I'm keeping for the top, so I'm just setting that over to the side. Okay, so you get your little legs. Make sure you know which side. This is the top, so there's going to be a tiny little bit bare which we can cover with paint. So, but you need to have it down at the bottom where there's no hole if you're using this kind of table. I've got Mod Podge here.
Hands on fire.
And what I'm going to do is I am just going to paint the Mod Podge onto the leg all the way around. You need to be making sure that you've definitely got it covered in the joints. You don't want any lift up or pull up from that. So just the idea of these little 10-minute videos is just to make you feel good, little afternoon projects, and I'm going to time myself doing this so I can tell you how long it actually took me to reimagine this little table. Now I want to have a slight edge so that I can tuck in my paper, and I wanted to get it to this bottom. So can you see what I've done there? I'm going to flip that onto its side, and I'm going to start by smoothing this side out. Whoop. Like that. Pulling it and smoothing as I go. I'm going to have to touch this tiny little part up at the end, just so you make sure you've got no wrinkles. Apply a little bit more glue and do the last leg. And you're going to repeat this step with all 4 of your legs. I'm going to go and do that now. Okay, so I've done all the legs. They've all been decoupaged, and now I've got some contrasting paint that I am just going to paint these legs while my top is drying. So it's going to take 2 coats, and if there's any sort of white obvious bits at the bottom, that one here might need a bit of a sand. And you just want to do all of your feet. So I'm going to get on and I'm going to do that now. When your boards are dry, find a colour that coordinates with the leg. I'm trying to kind of go to this colour here, some of the lighter sort of, probably about here. And just paint in between, and you have to get a wee brush to do this. Make sure you paint right in between here and right to the edges and the sides. And once you've done all that and it's dry, we'll come back and we'll put the decoupage paper on. If you go over at the bottom of your feet, just give your feet a sand to get rid of the excess paper so that it's a nice tidy fix. And if you're not happy with it, you can always put a little bit of the blue paint. That's what I did because we were slightly shorter on these edges here, so I just put a little bit of blue paint. Okay, get your legs ready, and when your legs are ready, seal your legs. Okay, so I've dry fitted the paper. Some, to make the paper work with a sheet, I've had to cut into two, but I'm okay with that. So then you just apply your Mod Podge onto your faux tile, making sure that you cover your whole tile in glue and there's no big blobs of glue. And then you just stick them on. I dry fitted each one of these individually so that they fitted onto the tile, because not all of my little squares were exact. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to glue these on to the top. Okay, I got matting to fit the legs and I've given it 2 coats of top coat sealer. If you want to put it outside on a porch, then I suggest you use a sealer that's for external use. Okay, so that's the table done. That's a set of Made by Marley decoupage paper, and this has been really easy to make, not difficult at all. So hopefully, you know, you can do something like this yourself at home. And the paper I used today was Passion Flower. I'll go and stage it out.